We're going to have a chat now to Beccy Cole, not with me doing the work, but instead music writer Bernie Howard coming up to have a chat to Beccy Cole. Please make them welcome, ladies and gentlemen.
Hello. How are we going? I just realised I accidentally brought my wine up. Oopsie.
They told me. That'll work. Have a mic.
Oh, great. We can move about the crowd.
That'll be easier. Thanks, Lindy, for your thoughts, though. Appreciate that. Now, I've been told that Denny talked too long, so I have to be very brief. I've got 3 questions, Beccy.
Okay.
So we start with the obvious one. Your first band, the Brown Smelly Shits?
Yes. You got that from Casey Chambers' book, right?
Absolutely.
Yeah, when I was a kid, I was in a band that was never going to go anywhere because of its name. But we became the Dead Ringer Band, and we busked in the street of Tamworth, and we're coming up to the 20th anniversary of having done that. That was 1992, so it's a bit exciting.
And what got you into music at that level? Because you're in outback South Australia, miles from music centres. What started you in that?
Oh, my mum was a country singer, and she had a band called Wild Oats, and I did my apprenticeship with Mum's band, and sewed mine, and it was great. It was awesome. I used to watch my mum perform, and I used to think I still do, think she's the best thing in the world, and when I grow up, I still want to be like her.
And then, so from there to writing your own stuff, Poster Girl came along after a trip to Iraq, which must have been an amazing experience.
Oh, it was. Any entertainer that has an opportunity to entertain the troops overseas, it's just an incredible experience. And no matter what you feel about the conflict that's going on over there, we're allowed to support the troops without supporting the war. And something that's very close to my heart. And I hope that applause is for them, not me, because they do an amazing job. And when I got home, I was buzzing with inspiration because I'd met these incredible Australians who just give and give, and I admired them so much over there, especially among the other people from all other areas of the world. And the Aussies stand up, you know, they're absolute multitaskers. And anyway, I wanted to write a song about it, and at the same time, I got a letter from a fella who basically said, you know, if you're going to support a cause, don't do it on the wrong side of the world. And he accused me of supporting the war. And I'm not very good at writing letters, so I wrote the song, basically.
And that really took things off, didn't it? That really helped you become a songwriter, do you think?
I think so. I mean, I'd written a bunch of songs before then, but I think that was the first time I'd ever written with a shaking pen, you know, and the song basically wrote itself. The pen went on the paper, and those are the songs, as we as songwriters know, that they're the ones that we love, the ones where the tears are streaming down your cheek and the words are just hitting the page, and it's exactly the same as it was the day I wrote it. You know, it didn't change at all. And I guess those are the songs that we all wait for, as we, you know, when they're coming from our heart and when we mean it.
And your journey as a songwriter, the Golden Guitar Awards nominations have just been announced, and you're nominated in Tamworth this year as a songwriter.
I am, which is very, very thrilling. Thank you both for that. It is an absolute thrill, because I thought maybe Poster Girl might have been a fluke, but it is nice to be nominated. And it's interestingly, in the female artist category, all of the females are under 25 except for me, and I'm slightly the other side of that.
But that leads me to think, now, if you haven't heard the latest album, which is fantastic, Songs and Pictures is all completely written by you, and it's a mature songwriter that's really understands life. You know, there's a lot of life in that CD.
Yeah, it's an old bird with a lot of broken hearts, I think, you know.
So, to the young aspiring songwriters out there, do they need to live to really get to this level of, or can they...
The words are better when you bleed, but I think... for me, absolutely. You know, when it comes from your heart and you're not afraid to be honest, I think that's when you get the good songs. And you know, and I recommend heartbreak and heart-wrenching times.
So there you go. There's the advice from Beccy Cole. Get out there and get miserable and break up a few relationships.
Good luck with that.
And we're now going to hear the product of that. So please thank Beccy Cole. We're going to hear just how good she is. Thank you.
I went over to Nashville and had an amazing experience. It was one of those come and see Nashville with Beccy Cole tours, so I thought I'd better go. And it was fantastic. And I've only ever been to Nashville twice because I have a wonderful time, and that candle's about to burn the place down. I'm just saying. I'm not using my wine, but if somebody else has got something to spray on it. I'm not one of these artists that goes, well done, nicely blown. I'm not one of these artists that goes to Nashville all the time. Like I said, I've only ever been twice because I have a wonderful journey around our country, and I feel like if I was going over there, it'd be like taking Cole to Newcastle or Cole to Nashville, really. And so I went over there on this tour for this travel mob and had a great time, and I saw some of my favourite singer-songwriters. But the singer who absolutely blew me away was a waitress who got up at karaoke night to start the night off. And she had the most amazing voice I'd ever heard, and I just hung on everything she sang. And it turns out that she had moved to Nashville from South Carolina 16 years ago and was still waiting to be a star. And I couldn't get over her story because she had this incredible voice that just completely reaches in and grabs your heart, as I know you've all experienced before. And so I couldn't give her a bunch of money to make her a record deal, and I couldn't, you know, do anything else other than write a song about her. And I hope that one of these days she gets the recognition she deserves. I know that at that point when she asked me what I did for a living, I was really guilty to say that I got to sing. And anyway, this is the song I wrote. In a bar on the east side for wayfaring lonely girls, I took a table solo and I scanned the other world. I sat there drinking bourbon and trying to belong when somebody at the bar yelled, "Let the waitress sing a song." Well, she pushed her change into her jeans and she set down a tray. She took that corner stage and everybody's breath away. 'Cause she sang like it was Sunday and we all got high for free. And bless her broken heart, laying right there on her sleeve. And I suppose I'll hear the angels sing like her someday. And the dream she's searching for is just 4 little words away. Let the waitress sing. Let that golden voice be heard. Let 10,000 more of me sit there and hang on every word. And let the reason not be money in a world that isn't fair. Or let a big shot with a dotted line and $1 million to spare walk right out of that bar with the next big thing. Let the waitress sing. Well, I ordered songs and bourbon till she had to close the bar. And in case she didn't know, I said, "You ought to be a star." And I tipped from every pocket like a few bucks changed her world. Then she called my cab and called me crazy, drunk and rambling girl. And my timing could be questioned, but I told her about my songs, that I made my living on the road, and that's all I've ever done. She looked at me bewildered as I slurred my last remark. I said, I should be the one that stays and cleans up this old bar. 'Cause a dream is still a dream, no matter how long it's been true. And a girl should count her blessings and wish on someone new. Let the waitress sing. Let that golden voice be heard. Let 10,000 more of me sit there and hang on every word. And let the reason not be money in a world that isn't fair. Or let a big shot with a dotted line and $1 million to spare walk right out of that bar with the next big thing. Let the waitress sing. From 10,000 miles away, I'm waiting for that big shot to walk in the bar and say, well, let the waitress sing. Let that golden voice be heard. shot with a dotted line and $1 million to spare. Walk right out of that bar with the next big thing. He'll walk right out of that bar with the next big thing. Let the waitress sing, let her sing, she should sing. Oh, let her do her thing, let the waitress sing, sing. Thanks for having me. Good luck, everybody.
Thanks indeed to the great talent of Beccy Cole, and of course we had Bernie Howard asking the questions just ahead of that to get Beccy talking if she needed any help in that area. In 10th position for the folk acoustic category, Aborigine from Bob Corbett. In number 9, Friendly Fish from Andrew Brown. Number 8, Kalgoorlie Girl from Mark Cryle. Number 7, You Are My Friend from Jay Lyle. Number 6, Before the Bellis from Danny Karras. Number 5, On My Way, and that's from Bob Corbett. Number 4, My Best from Sue Gorman. And number 3, Get Me Some Lovin' from Paul Penton. But now it is time for 2 equal first winners in this category this year, and they'll be announced now by one of our 2 presenters on the stage. It's not going to be you, is it, Ray? No, passing the buck there. And let's hear about the winners in this category, an important one, the folk acoustic category.
It's certainly an honour to be here amongst all these talented people. And tonight, the winners of the folk acoustic category. It's, as Mike said, it's equal first place. So we have the Lamplights with Practice. Let's hear it for the Lamplights. And secondly, but not least, Tony King and Chris Ralph with She Kept On Swimming. Let's hear it.
Congratulations to both of our teams and winning the folk acoustic category award, and of course our thanks to Peter Varley for making the presentation, backed up by Ray Burgess, who's now making the presentation to the lads involved. So congratulations to the winners in this category. It's being shared, as mentioned, by the Limelights and Tony King and Chris Ralph. Tony King and Chris Ralph for She Kept On Swimming, and the Lamplights winning for Practice.
You know I practice, I don't preach, and my actions, whoa, that is how I teach, and we're both, hey, yes, that's how I reach, and the truth, it is the only thing that's real, yeah, well, my intentions are pure, nothing but good thoughts for you. Well, you think you're alive, well, you know I found you. I practice, I don't preach, and my actions, whoa, that is how I teach, and we both, hey, yes, that's how I reach, and the truth, it is the only thing that's real, yeah. When you look into the mirror, your reflection kind to you. When you think it's cloudy outside, you know I found you. I practice, I don't preach, and my actions, whoa, that is how I teach, and with both, hey, yes, that's how I reach, and the truth, it is the only thing that's real. know I practice. Practice, I don't preach, and my actions roll on. That is how I teach, and we're both hands. That's how I reach, and the truth, it is the only thing that's real. You know I practice now, I don't preach. It's my actions, that's how I teach, and we're both hands. That's how I reach, and the truth, you know it is the only thing that's real. Well, my intentions of you are nothing but good thoughts for you. When you think you're lost, well, you know I found you. I got a girl, she's long and tall, sleeps in the kitchen with her feet in the hall. Oh, baby, that's right, Jason. You get 2 for a nickel, 4 for a dime. Try to say you more, but there ain't none of mine, no, baby. Yeah. Me and my baby bought a V8 Ford. We're gonna ride that thing up the running board, oh, baby. Yeah. So we are the Lamplights. We practice, we don't preach. It's our actions, that's how we teach. And we both hands, that's how we reach. And the truth, it is the only thing that's real. Yeah, to me.
Thank you.